Welcome to Ask and Learn.
Okay, for this problem, I'm sure there's supposed to be a parentheses here, so it should be quantity 5x minus 4 to the n over n cubed. To figure out the radius of convergence, we can use the ratio test here to figure out when we get convergence. So the an here is this whole chunk, including the x values. So this is going to tell us when we get convergence. And this is going to simplify to 5x minus 4 times n cubed divided by n plus 1 cubed. And when we're doing the ratio test, we want for this to be something that's less than 1. Since these have the same exponent, we can combine them like this. As n goes to infinity, n over n plus 1 goes to 1. So this is going to turn out to be 1 cubed, which is just 1. So this is just 5x minus 4. And when we're looking to see where we get convergence, again, we want for this to be less than 1, which means 5x minus 4 is trapped between minus 1 and positive 1. So we can add 4 to both sides. And end up here. Then we can divide both sides by 5. And that's not going to flip the inequality signs here, right? This is still less than, it's still less than. It's not going to flip the inequality signs because we're dividing by 5 and 5 is a positive number. If we're dividing by a negative number, then they would have to flip. Okay, so the interval of convergence is going to be from 3 over 5 to 1. Okay, and at this point, we're not yet sure whether or not we include 3 over 5 and whether or not we include 1. So the length of this interval is 1 minus 3 over 5. So the radius of convergence is the length of the interval divided by 2. Okay, so we just do some algebra here. 1 is just 1 over 1, so get a common denominator between these fractions. So this is 5 minus 3 over 5 divided by 2. So that's 5 minus 3 is 2. So this top part turns out to be 2 over 5. And then we're dividing by 2, which is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. These 2's cancel. And we get that the radius of convergence is 1/5. Okay, now we need to figure out, for the interval of convergence, do we include 3/5? Do we include 1? So if x is 3/5, what happens here? So if x is 3/5, then we have 5 times 3 over 5 minus 4. So 5 times 3 over 5 is 3. So this is going to be 3 minus 4, which is minus 1. So we have minus 1 to the n. And we're dividing by n cubed. So this is going to converge by the alternating sign test. And then the other value we need to check is x equal to 1. So if x is equal to 1, then we have 5 times 1 minus 4. So 5 minus 4, which is positive 1. 1 to the n is still 1. And this is still going to converge because the exponent here is 3. 3 is bigger than 1. If the exponent was 1 or anything smaller, then we would have divergence. But since 3 is bigger than 1, we get convergence. So we include 3/5 and we include 1. So that's our interval of convergence.